Maine is an old state, known for its history. Almost 200 years after its founding, Maine's horizon is full of change. Between 2002 and 2016, almost 4,000 refugees arrived to Maine. Half of those came from Somalia, seeking refuge from conflict, but still finding bias here.
And as Maine knows, a major destination for Somali refugees. We admit hundreds of thousands, into Maine and to other places in the United States. Hundreds of thousands of refugees. And they're coming from among the most dangerous territories and countries anywhere in the world.
Maine's public schools are a window into its rapid demographic change. Some schools have changed from being 80% white to 20% white just since 2000. When immigrants are faced with resistance to their arrival, schools are places where their children can show their potential and contributions to their new communities, if they are allowed. How do young Mainers, some born here, some from away, understand themselves and their classmates through cultural and political change? We asked 4 South Portland High School students exactly that.
I'm Abby, I'm 16 and I'm a sophomore at South Portland.
My name is Hussein. I am 17 years old. I was born in Somalia, Mogadishu.
My name is Zafiso. I live in Brick Hill. I'm a junior at South Portland High School. I was born in Columbus, Ohio. My mom was born in Somalia. She immigrated from Somalia to Kenya, and from Kenya to America.
I was born in Connecticut, and then when I was 3.5 or 4, we moved up to Maine in South Portland, same house.
I didn't know about racism. I didn't know about treating treating people differently, and coming here and seeing that you're looked at it differently. You're not the same as everyone. You're not treated. And there's stuff that you can't say. There's stuff that you can't do. That's just hard to deal with somebody that I feel like with everyone, all of us are like human beings, and dealing with all of that and saying that we're different, we're not this, we're not that. It's just hard for me to deal with because I haven't dealt with that since I was born, basically. Even though in Ethiopia, yes, we knew we were different, but we weren't hating each other.
I don't think anyone genuinely means to hurt anyone or be racist or anything, but I think no one cares about it. Everyone's just let me go to my next class. Mm-hmm. There's no climate around here. It's just neutral.
There might be a few people, no one comes to mind, but I think there might be a few people that don't like people from other places coming here. Mm-hmm. But overall, the school is overwhelmingly welcoming of people from other places.
At this school, definitely towards people who have come from other countries who have different stories. I've heard lots of bias towards them, and I don't understand it. It's something that, when I hear it in the hall, it just kind of makes me angry because you don't really know them. You can't be talking about them.
I've been going to religious school since I was 2, I think. I've been going there even before then, but I didn't understand anything back then. But I used to go with my siblings.
On the weekends, I have Islamic school where we, from 5 to 8, really 5 to whenever we're done, we would go. It's in the mosque, and there's a room in the mosque it's a classroom basically. We learn and memorize the Quran.
Growing up, Jewish was definitely hard, especially around Christmas time, because elementary school, all we did was watch Christmas movies, do Christmas crafts and stuff, so I was kind of sitting in the corner alone, but it's kind of something more I'm proud of now. I always went to Hebrew school twice a week, but I was not really a good student there. I kind of just went to make my parents happy, so learning the language in a year was really hard, but it's one of the things I'm most proud of.
people in Africa think America is like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like heaven, basically. They think that there's like, you can get money wherever you want, you can do whatever you want, and like there's so much freedom, there's so much happiness and all that, and you don't ever have to work again. And like you come here and you realize that's all a lie. It's like, it's really hard accepting when you're a little kid and not understanding how people treat you, not understanding, like now realizing it, like, oh yeah, I never like said to myself or assumed, oh yeah, I have a different skin than everyone else, or like never, even though yes, I did see people that were lighter, I did see people that were darker, that never came to my mind until I stepped into this country and I realized that, oh, I look different, that's why people are looking at me differently.
So I've never been in the mosque before, and I'm impressed by this building. Like, it's a really nice building, and like we've seen a few people, like 2 people maybe, they've all seemed like really nice and caring people. And I can see why you guys feel like this is such a nice, caring place. Probably one of the biggest things I learned is how important a mosque is just as a community hub. And having mosques here in America and religious freedom here in America, I think that's an incredibly important thing, especially after what you guys just told me, because it just provides and helps significantly.
As a school, we should try to get everyone to just kind of like welcome. I mean, it's like there's nothing bad about being nice to the new people, like not being here. Like you don't have to go out of your way to do it, and I don't think enough people in our school realize that. It's not hard to be nice to anyone.
But I think people, because like, just like you guys said, you guys here for 30 minutes, you guys heard different stories that either our parents went through or he went through or stuff like that. And automatically you seem more accepting and you guys realize like what other people might be going through. Like I did with more about you guys too. But if the school did the same thing, I think more people would be accepting towards other people and they'd be able to like go the extra mile.
I think more education about immigration and more awareness of immigration. I think that's something that could be implemented and help a lot.
Learning about, like what you said, current events, immigration would be a lot more useful in schools, especially in South Portland, because there are, in recent years, a new like kind of wave of immigrants coming here, and a lot of people growing up don't know how to deal with that. So I think that learning what we've learned today would help a lot in the community, not just school, because if you learn it at school, you can spread it to your families and just make the community a better place and more accepting. I definitely feel like blessed to be here with you guys. Like it's like you talking about how like what this place means to you is really cool.
Sometimes a lot of people don't know about where people come from, and they just say, oh yeah, I heard about this in the news and I think that's what's going on, instead of like knowing the person and knowing their experience.
I always felt like a lot of the times people in our school, especially people of color, were kind of different. They went through more difficulties, stuff like that. And like I kind of assumed I was kind of different from everyone else going to religious school, stuff like that. So learning a lot more about people in our school and like knowing that they go through difficulties too.
I learned a lot about just like the different hurdles that different people from different cultures and different things had to go through.
I think that a class, like everyone else said, would really help, especially now because there's so many things regarding immigration, like not necessarily good things about it. So I think having people learn all these things, all the laws, all the hardships people go through will really help. Definitely surprised me how much we actually have in common with, like, just we all kind of want to dedicate ourselves to others, and I think that was pretty cool because I know a lot of people don't want to do that.